Welcome everybody back to another Peak Play. My name's Vince and we'll be checking out Port Royale 4 for the first time today. We're going to be taking a nice little peek, see if this game runs well on the console. I am playing the Xbox version of the game. You can get this on PC as well. But yeah, let's jump on in. This is my first time playing a Port Royale game, so this should be very interesting. See where this goes. And there are some games from the PC, user mouse and keyboard, essentially, that works and doesn't work. One of those games were They Are Billions. They Are Billions is one of those games that don't really translate well to using a controller. It's actually horrible using a controller. But hopefully a game like this isn't super bad using a controller with. We'll see. I'll be the judge of it. You guys can be the judge of it too, as we take a nice little look into this. Alright, so first things first, gameplays. Center convoys automatically, autosave, hints from Viscera. No, not Viscera. Visceri? I don't know how to pronounce that. Pause in dialogue, only trading. Animations during sea battles. So we got display game hints, subtitles. Turn it on for you guys. We can do inversion of camera, invert zoom, minimap, clouds. Clouds? Well, it's automatically off, so I guess we'll turn it off. Change lighting conditions. All times of day, noon only. Okay. Ah, that's interesting. And 3D cursor. Normal, large, small. Keep it on normal. Save, yeah. So let's see, graphics, we have gamma and color dynamics. It's probably definitely a lot more intricate when it comes to the PC version. That's your only graphics options when it comes to consoles. Alright, and sound. We have... Oh, you can completely mute everything. That's new to me, man. Master volume, I'm actually going to turn this down for me. That way I can kind of figure out what's going on in my brain. Music, ambient sound, effects, speech, video, and interface. Right. Free game. Oh, okay. So we should probably do the tutorial first, kind of learn how the game is. So basic control basics. Let's do this. See how the game handles on console. See if it's any good. Does it run well? Does it feel natural on a controller? We don't know yet.
Ahoy, landlubber! You're volunteering to come aboard? Usually we have to fill them with rum, drag them aboard, and ship them off before they sober up again. All right. My name's Sam. I'm a captain here, and there may be some things I could teach you.
Okay. Oh, wrong button.
The most important thing is to know where you're sailing to. Climb into the lookout, take the telescope, and look around.
Frame rate is a little low. Don't like that. Oh wow, you can...
You can also look around in all directions. Don't worry, to know exactly where you are, of course.
Is there smoothing?
You need a good naval chart. Here in the area, there are 60 towns. Spanish, English,
oh, there's like
French,
a weird motion
and these
blur.
money bags from the Netherlands.
There's a weird motion
and of course,
blur.
Pirates from all over the world.
So there's Port Royale. So I'm guessing this is in the Caribbean.
I'm sure you'll recognize one or the other convoy. For example, these could be merchants or military convoys. The only way to find out exactly
I don't know if I like the frame rate.
with one of your own
Holy shit. It's
Which
terrible.
is not always a good idea.
Ooh, I don't know if I can do that. Ugh.
Check out Port Royale, your hometown during this exercise. This is the town on the island in the middle of the Caribbean.
Ooh.
Your convoy is in the port of the town. Select it.
What? Oh. It's really hard to focus when you have that bad a frame rate.
No vessels, no
Oh
trade.
shit.
It's
It's
as simple
fucking
as that.
bad.
Such a convoy consists of up to 10 ships. But for you, one is fine for now. Until you can hire sailors
This could
and a
actually get
real
me
good
physically
captain,
sick.
You'll have to show that you can handle yourself.
Okay.
Take a look at the different parts of the convoy.
Vessel. Route.
We're not sailing around here
No
for
captain.
fun. It's about trade between the towns, and commodities and gold.
Alright, I'm automatically going to tell you this right now. It probably runs 10 times better, if not 30,000 times better on the PC. So if this doesn't run any better on even, like, my PC, we got a problem.
Select the town Port
Maybe
Royale
it'll run
to
better
open up
on the
town dialogue.
PS5 or an
But select
Xbox
the whole town,
X.
not a single building. So don't zoom in too far.
But holy shit, what is going on? What's going on with the reflections in the water too? I saw something weird. It was weird. Yeah. Look at those reflections. What is going on there? Is it supposed to be reflections of other boats on another side of the... Are they supposed to be the bird reflections? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, what do I need to do? Select the town, Port Royale. No, okay, so I need to select the town.
A town is nothing without its inhabitants.
Flower Zone, by the
These
way.
consist of
This might be a
workers
very short
and
peak
their
play.
families.
The
The workers toil
frame
in the
rate is
businesses
god
and
awful.
on farms and produce the commodities.
I'm sorry, publishers and developers that gave us this game, but holy fuck.
The fine gentlemen like to come up with an attitude, but it is very important that the inhabitants are satisfied, because otherwise they simply run away. The supply of commodities plays the biggest part for satisfaction. Now select the production tab. Sure, every town also
Cotton.
produces its own commodities, up to 7 different ones. But people want more, and that's where trade comes into play, and your convoy. It brings the people what they cannot produce themselves. Now select the Trade Between Town and Convoy tab.
See, I kind of want to get through the bad frame rate just to see what this game has. But I guarantee you, I will not recommend this for consoles.
Everything that people want can be found on the market, or maybe
Hey,
not. And then they
devs.
get dissatisfied. Each item
after he
also
talks.
displays production, consumption, and the current price.
hey devs and like publishers, if it makes it any easier, if I like what I'm seeing that's not the frame rate and the weird blurring and smoothing in the game, then I'll wishlist this on Steam. And I'll probably get it on Steam eventually. But why couldn't you polish the frame rate? What the fuck is going on?
The better the demand of a commodity is covered for the next weeks, the lower the price. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Makes
So
sense.
commodities produced in a town are usually quite cheap. Now select grain and buy 20 barrels.
20 barrels of grain.
While the grain is being loaded into your
Okay.
convoy, let's see where the shortage is. There you can then sell the commodities with profit. and make people happy at the same time.
Cool.
Now close the town dialogue. If you zoom out of the map far enough, you will see more towns northeast of Port Royale. Move the cursor over these towns to see the commodities they produce. Tortuga looks good. Send your convoys there.
Because they don't have grain. What, did the other ones have grain? Oh, they did. Well, let's, I guess we approach town.
Make sure the whole town lights up when you send a convoy there. After all, he's supposed to dock in the harbor and not drift around outside the town.
Okay.
Now we'll wait until your convoy arrives in Tortuga. If you want to make a rapid progress, just zoom out. The further you zoom out, the faster time will pass.
That's interesting. So the faster, the more you zoom out, the faster time goes. That's a pretty cool concept. So it goes more real time the further you go inwards. So if we want to speed things up, we go out. So if something bad is happening, do we need to zoom in and then find the place? I hate the frame rate was just, hell, even 30 frames per second would just be decent. The fuck's going on? Xbox One can't handle this? I wonder how this runs on the PS4. Yeah, this is terrible though. Oh my god. Like, look at that. I do like the detail of the game though. It's really nice.
Arrived in Tortuga. No evening without beer, rum, and brawls. And no trading without permission. So open the town dialogue and get a trading license first.
And I'm glad that this game has dialogue, like voiced dialogue. It's really nice. Alright, so we need a trade license for Tortuga. 10K's worth of gold. Ugh.
Now open the trade tab again.
Oh, we have
and
over
sell all of your
200K.
grain to the town.
So we can trade this, sell it. Oh, it's selling for that much?
Great! You still have to get used to all the commodities and prices, but through trade you can earn the most money. For this, I offer a special course about the Caribbean economy. And there's, by the way, in Port Royale, they need wood. Buy 50 units and return to Port Royale. There is work to be done at the shipyard.
So we need 50 units of wood. Dude, we're not making a profit. Oh, did I not confirm? Yeah, we did confirm the purchase. Yeah, we have that. So... Oh, okay, now we need to make the route. Okay. So we need to select that.
Until the convoy reaches Port Royale, a tip from me. Convoys cost money, maintenance, and repairs. Avoid empty trips and load your vessels as much as possible.
Okay. Yeah, since it does take time to do it. It's like one of those games that if you're gonna play this on the console, you're really either gonna have to get really used to the frame rate of this game, or suck it up and play it, see if you can play it on a PC. This is gonna be one of those games, like, even though so far I have no problems with the controls, the frame rate is, I was worried about the controls. I didn't think I was gonna have to worry about the frame rate of the game. It's like there's also some anti-aliasing problems with the game, like certain things aren't as smooth as they should be. When you move the camera, I don't know if that is a motion blur, a smoothing effect, or the texturing is actually not as good as I thought it was. There's a lot of issues with this game on console.
Port Royale! The smell of seaweed, old fish, and hope for prosperity. Zoom in on the town until you see the shipyard and select it. Convoys that are on the road a lot, the shells have to be scraped off regularly. And that's what the shipyard is for. But you can also get a new barge here if you need more cargo space. Buy a new vessel and get out of here for now.
The dialogue is a little weird too. So we need to buy this guy? Oh, vessel purchased.
Your vessel is still in the shipyard, and you can't even see it. You have to add it to a convoy first, or convert it into a new one.
Okay.
We do that at the lighthouse.
Okay.
Select it. On the left, you can see the selected convoy and your unused vessels on the right. By selecting a vessel, it switches sides. That way you can enlarge, reduce, or dissolve convoys. If no convoy is selected, you can create a new convoy with free vessels. Now add your new vessel to the existing convoy.
Did it.
Not bad for a landlubber. The basics are in place. One more thing.
You don't sound like a pirate.
Whenever you come across one of these info icons, you can use it to open the appropriate pages in the manual for Caribbean merchants. Try it.
That is the button, right? It tells me to press that. Oh, and probably go to game tips.
The info icon will always bring you to the right place in the manual.
Oh,
You can also open the manual at any time and just browse through it.
cool. So in case I want more information on lighthouses, do that. Pretty cool.
All right, you've got the basics down, I hope. But there's a lot of people out there just waiting to make a rookie like you walk the plank. So I'm recommending my other classes as well. Don't worry, they're shorter.
Tutorial completed! Woo! Now it's forever in my profile that I played this on console, which might be a mistake. The developers and publishers gonna hate me. Sorry, but there's clear issues with the fucking game on console.
All rested up and ready for the Caribbean economy? Let's go! First, select your convoy in the harbor of Port Royale. Is that clear? Check the hold of your convoy to see what you just loaded.
We got some beer.
You'll need it
ale.
later. A lot of beer. Beer is important. Does not make you as drunk as rum and not as sick as spoiled water. Now open the town dialogue of Port Royale. To do so, select the whole town from a greater distance, or, if the camera is close by, the town hall or undeveloped areas. Here you can see the inhabitants who live here and have to be
1,600.
taken care of. About 1/4 of them are workers. Some of what they produce can be traded with other towns.
Cool.
Below, you can see which cultivation and mining commodities can be produced in the town and how efficient such a production would be.
Do we produce coffee?
Handicrafts, such as clothing, can be produced equally well in all towns. People always ask for all commodities, and the variety of commodities affects the satisfaction. In small settlements, however, simple commodities are more important. If the town grows, the inhabitants become more demanding, and the upscale commodities becomes more important. Now switch to the production tab to see the production of the town. Each town can produce a maximum of 7 different commodities. Here you can see what is produced in Port Royale per day. This is much more than the inhabitants themselves need. The surplus can then be traded with other towns. Your businesses will be here later. Now switch to the Trade Between Town and Convoy tab to see the commodities on the town's market. Here you can see all commodities that are available, sorted by their importance for the inhabitants. The first column shows the fill level of a commodity. This is the ratio of supply to demand. From 2 green bars on, a commodity is no longer scarce. From 4 bars on, it is in abundance.
Okay.
Here you can see how many commodities are in stock at the market of the town and in the selected convoy. The convoy must of course be anchored in the harbor of the same town. By buying and selling, you move commodities between the town and the convoy.
Cool.
Here you can see what the town produces and consumes. This includes commodities that serve as raw material for other products. Compare stock and fill level. The longer the stock lasts, the more secure and satisfied the citizens feel.
Cool.
The price of a commodity changes constantly because it depends on supply and demand. The higher the fill level, the lower the price. For the beginning, you should remember, buy from 2 green bars, sell until 2 green bars.
Cool.
The last column shows the average price you paid for a commodity. Of course, you should always sell a commodity at a higher price. Take a look at the price of beer. The average price of your loaded commodities is lower than the current price in the town.
I almost can't see it because of your dialogue.
People want beer, and you can give it to them. To do this, select the commodity and slowly move the amount from right to left. You can see how the stock and the fill level of the town increases and the price per unit decreases. Now sell your beer supply to the town and close the town dialogue.
Okay.
No, that was wrong. Open the trade dialogue again. To do this, select either the whole town from a greater distance or, if the camera is close by, the town hall or undeveloped areas. Then select the Trade Between Town and Convoy tab. People want beer, and you can give it to them. To do this, select the commodity and slowly move the amount from right to left. You can see how the stock and the fill level of the town increases and the price per unit decreases. Now sell your beer supply to the town and close the town dialogue.
So we want to sell at 2 green bars, right? Okay, we'll do that.
No,
Oh.
that was wrong. Open the trade dialogue again. To do this, select either the whole town from a greater distance or, if the camera is close by, the town hall or undeveloped areas. Then select the Trade Between Town and Convoy tab. People want beer, and you can give it to them. To do this, Select the commodity and slowly move the amount from right to left. You can see how the stock and the fill level of the town increases and the price per unit decreases. Now sell your beer supply to the town and close the town dialogue.
But I did. Yeah, I should just do the whole thing, maybe?
Very
Okay.
nice.
They wanted me to
Now
sell the
show
whole
what you have
thing.
learned. There's an abundance of grain in Port Royale right now. Buy at least 100 barrels.
100 barrels it is.
The commodities are on board. Now you need a destination. I recommend Port-au-Prince, east of Port Royale. Set up your convoy there, open the town dialogue, and get a trade license. Then you sell the grain to the town.
Trade license. And approach town. Cool. Now we just wait. Okay. Well, getting better now, but like still, like, even though the frame rate's not improving, my eyes are slowly getting used to it. It's gonna take quite some time. So I've been playing a lot of games that have pretty damn decent frame rate. Just going back to that type of really bad frame rate is jarring. But if this game's good enough, then I can handle it. I could deal with it. I'm just wondering if it gets any worse. So yeah, I mean, overall the trading system and all that seems pretty well in depth and simple enough to where anyone can slowly, you know, pick it up and stuff like that. Alright. Cool. Now we want to trade them. Was it the grain?
Excellent. That was my Caribbean economy crash course.
Cool.
It's really very simple. Buy cheap and sell dear. And don't waste all the profits on drinks. You should now understand what the price of commodities depends on. In the beginning, you do the trading yourself. Later, you set up trade routes and leave the trading to your convoys. Of course, always to your specifications.
Cool, I guess. That tutorial is now completed. Uh-oh. Game's freaking out.
You want to sail comfortably over the sea and enjoy the wind and waves? Then you're in the wrong place. I want to teach you how to organize your convoys so that they yield more profit for you. And we'll start right away.
Can't
Choose
get
your
over the
convoy
frame rate.
that anchors at Port
can't.
Royale.
Like, look at that. Look at that. I'm sorry, but I might not continue this. I'm actually starting to get a little less... get those cold sweats. My brain is very sensitive to that, and nah, can't do it anymore. That was Port Royale 4 for the Xbox One. no doubt that it probably runs 10 times better on the PC. But if you're a person that's very sensitive to frame rate problems like that, some type of weird smoothing effect and all that, it genuinely gets me physically sick. It might just be just a kind of an eye thing, but it almost feels like I get a little motion sickness when it comes to stuff like that. There's reasons why I can't finish, Darksiders 3 on the Xbox. It has the same issues when it comes to frame rate. And so it's like, I would love to give this game like a proper chance, but this is a proper peek play, taking a peek at this game on the console, and I can't go any further. If I go further, I'm going to get sick, I'm going to get angry. It's like, I have no doubt that I might actually enjoy this game because I'm starting to like where this is going. You're a trading kind of commodity, you're probably gonna have to deal with pirates and stuff like that. I'm kind of wondering if we can have a pirate nation in this game too, like, a pirate bay. in a weird way, of course, not the website, but an actual pirate like shipping yard. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I can't recommend this for consoles unless it runs better on a PS4, if it'll have an upgrade or something like that for PS5 or Xbox Series X. I would not recommend getting this on console. Oh, I'd get it on PC if you're interested. That's all I have to say. My name's Vince, and I'm going to watch something with high frame rate now.